Part 1. Intro. What if the wars we've seen over the past decades weren't really about weapons or democracy, but about the global financial system? Part 2. Setup. Going back to after 9/11, there's a clip you can actually find on YouTube where Wesley Clark, a retired four-star U.S. general, describes hearing a plan inside the Pentagon to take down 7 countries in 5 years: Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Iran. If you look closely, many of the countries on that list did in fact descend into chaos in the years that followed. But the important question isn't whether the plan was real. The important question is, why? From the perspective of analysts who ask hard questions, the countries that faced the most pressure were all countries whose central banks were not yet fully integrated into the global financial system. Iraq, before it was invaded, had announced it would sell oil in euros, not dollars. Libya, before its government was toppled, was building a gold-backed currency for Africa. And Iran, to this day, is still not fully inside the SWIFT system. Part 3. Great Reset. In 2020, following the COVID outbreak, Klaus Schwab, founder of the World Economic Forum, publicly announced that the pandemic represented a rare opportunity to reset the world. Let's be clear about something first. The Great Reset is real. It's on the WEF website. There are books, speeches, and direct references to CBDC and digital ID. But claiming that all of it is one secret master plan to control the world, there's no direct evidence confirming that. What is worth noting is that many of the Great Reset's stated goals happen to match the exact infrastructure that analysts describe as necessary for a control system. Part 4. Agenda 2030. The UN's Agenda 2030 is also real. 17 goals endorsed by governments around the world. On paper, it talks about reducing poverty, protecting the environment, and promoting equality. But those who ask questions point out that the same infrastructure could also function as a control structure. Here are the 3 pillars analysts point to. 1. Central bank digital currency, or CBDC. Money that is pre-programmed. It can be set to control what you buy, where you go, and under what conditions. 2. Digital ID. A globally interconnected identity system linked to your health, finances, and behavior, similar to the social credit systems already operating in some countries. 3. Surveillance infrastructure. Cameras, cell towers, satellites, and massive data centers being built worldwide, which combined with AI, can track every movement in real time. To be clear, the Great Reset exists as a concept pushed by WEF after COVID, and Agenda 2030 exists as a development plan endorsed by the UN. But, claiming that all of it is one secret plot to seize control of every human life, there is no direct evidence for that. Part 5. BRICS. Back to the question of Iran and BRICS. BRICS is building an alternative payment system outside of SWIFT. Russia built its own system after being cut off. Iranian oil gives China energy independence outside the dollar system. If the global digital financial system requires zero leakage, these countries are the problem. Part 6. The real question. We're not saying the Great Reset is a secret plan to take over the world. We're not saying Agenda 2030 is a tool to control people. But we are asking, is the world building a structure that would make that level of control possible? Because capability and intent are 2 very different things. No one may be using it today, but if that infrastructure already exists, who can guarantee the future? And if it is possible, who gets to hold the switch? Part 7. Outro. This video doesn't give you answers, because the real answers have to come from you, after you've checked the facts yourself. Search for Wesley Clark's clip on YouTube. Read The Great Reset by Klaus Schwab. Go to UN.org and look at Agenda 2030 yourself. If you think these questions matter, share this with someone who should know. And if you disagree, comment and tell us why. We want to hear it. The real question isn't, is this theory entirely true? Is the world building a structure that makes that level of control possible?